Yeah. I'm here. I'm signing in on y'all. Uh, you know what, man? Let's go in on these racist NFL owners, man. Let's go in on these racist bastards, man. You know, I know I bring y'all stuff that nobody else don't bring you. You know, I tell you stuff that other people don't tell you. But let's talk about these racist NFL owners, man. And still, I say, y'all, we about got these bastards. We about got them. You know, thanks to Shador, you went through some stuff, but at least you getting us closer and closer to finding out what these racist NSL bastards been doing all along. You getting us close by what happened to you is really pulling the cover off them bastards' head. And like I say, I've been know this, but I just want the rest of the world to catch up to it. But first off, let me explain something to you, man. Them bastards, you know, Shador, you show your wealth. And these bastards feel like they can't control you if you already got money. They feel like they can't control you if you already got fame and wealth. You already got all that. They feel like, man, they can't control this nigga. They feel like, whatever we say to this nigga, it ain't even affecting him. You see, they feel like they couldn't have no control over you. So therefore, you take all the rest of these niggas in the NFL, these NFL owners, these suckers, they feel like they got control over them. They feel like these guys are their slaves. And see what when you see when they call one of these NFL guys, when they call one of these guys to let you know they've been drafted, they want them to feel like, oh, I done changed your life, save your life. As long as I made you feel like I saved your life, you're gonna always feel like you owe me something. And that's the way they making these slaves feel. These niggas in the NFL feel. When they call them, you ready for this? Oh, yes, sir. You didn't hear what I said. I said, are you ready for this? Yes, sir. Well, you about to be a San Diego Charger. Oh, God, thank you. You know, they call you like they done seen, like they done seen Jesus. And they calling you to let you know it. I mean, it's like, these, that's the prime, that's a prime way to show people how these sucking NFL owners think. They want you to think, they want to have control over you. And like I say, this been going on for decades in the NFL. These suckers are slave masters. They got slave master mentality in them. Ask yourself, why do they always hide? You ain't never, nobody ain't never answered that yet. Why do they hide all? Why they always hide? I mean, it's got to be something going on there. There's got to be something going on there. Somebody got to, the only one that showed their face is Jerry Jones. But the rest of them, why do they always hide? This mean that we all the same. We all something different from the rest of the world. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna break it down to you and show you how these sucker racist. One will ask me, him, show me how they racist. Well, first off, you can never be a billionaire. You couldn't be a billionaire unless you was racist. Now one gonna say, if you a billionaire and put it like this, you couldn't be a billionaire and no one never seen how you got rich. No one never seen how did you ever wonder these NFL owners, how did they get rich? How did they get rich? When you don't see no job they ever work on, you don't see no lottery that they ever won, you don't see no, you don't see nothing, you don't see nothing that they did in this century to get rich. You don't see it. We don't see it. How did these NFL owners get rich? You know, there's no way you can get a credit score high enough to borrow $1 billion from the bank. You can't get a credit score that high to borrow $1 billion from the bank. Now, you ask yourself, so explain to us, how do they get rich? Okay. This goes back to their great-great-grandfather. See, the great-great-grandfather, back in those days, land was cheap. He had slaves. The great-great-great-grandfather, he's a slave. He was a slave master. He had slaves. Now, all that land that the great-great-grandfather had, which he bought the land probably for $50 an acre. Now, he died. He left it to the next racist family member that was up in line. He took over the slaves. All right. Before he died, he left it to the next family member up that was racist. Cause see, keep in mind, if your granddaddy racist, he ain't finna leave the land to you if you ain't you next up in line for him to will everything over to you. He not gonna will it over to you if you're not racist. You got to be racist just like him. If you're not racist, the great grandfather not gonna leave you nothing in the will because he's a racist bastard. And this type of thing goes on and on. One racist bastard leave it to the next racist bastard. The next racist bastard come up, he will it over to the next one, and this keep going and on until these racist NFL owners get it, and then they sell all that land. Which that land was worth $50 back in the days. Do you know how much an acre of land costs you today? Now just think of how much money they inherited by selling that land that their racist grandpa that owned slaves had. And you wasn't going to get your cut unless you was racist too, because you took over the slave business. And as you notice, most of all these bastards that own these NFL owners, they already old. They all 70 and all 80 years old. So that lets you know what I'm talking about is true. You see, then this generation of white folks, they ain't with that racist stuff. Majority of white folk these days, they not with that racist stuff. That's why come these old bastards is hanging on to what they got. That's why the old NFL owners, these 70 and 80-year-old bastards, they hanging on to the land because they don't got nobody in their family that's willing to be racist. So they can pass it over to them. They ain't got nobody in their family. See, the racist stuff done cleared out of the generation. Where it started out, your great-great-great-great-grandfather, he had slaves. And he kept passing it along and passing along to family members. And every family member that he passed it to, they had to be racist in order to inherit the land. You think if the granddad is racist and you up next in line to get the wealth, get the land when he die, and you're not racist, do you think he gonna leave it to you? No. So in order for them bastards to be where they at today, they had to be racist. So that's how they got rich. That's how they got the money to buy these NFL teams. You feel me? Oh, the bank loved to get all that property that they bought for $50 per acre. And it might even been cheaper than that back then. So yeah. Now you know how these NFL owners got rich, and also now it just you got proof as that they had to be racist to in order to inherit the land. But yeah. Um, this thing here, what they did to Shador. Um, Another thing is I don't like the approach Dion taking about it. And like I say, these suckers is doing this because that dude showed, I mean, to them, his lifestyle, to them, as if we can't, he ain't no good for the program. He can't, he already got riches. You know, his daddy went to Colorado and made the city rich. Everybody's spending money in Colorado since Dion been there. The city done woke up. These jokers see that. And they feel like, man, we can't make him be a slave. He already rich. We can't make him, we can't make him be up under we can't make him be a slave because he already rich. You know? He already rich. So at the end of the day, that's where this thing's coming from. These racist bastards, they don't like Shador, and because this kid is already rich, and he's showing his stuff off. Well, like I say, ask yourself, what NFL kid in that draft did the thing that Shador did? Shador he live in a mansion already. Did you see one of the other NFL kids showing videos of them living in the mansion? Shador got hundreds of $1,000s worth of jewelry on his neck. Do one of the other kids in the draft show that? No. So that clearly shows you. And his Shador dad was a superstar in the NFL. Is that one of the other kids in the draft dad was a superstar in the NFL? No. So like I say, this is a kid that coming into the NFL that you feel, these racist bastards feel like they can't slave him. They feel like they can't slave him because he already rich. And this is the reason why they didn't pick that boy. And like I say, they wasn't going to pick him at all. They wasn't going to pick him at all until Donald Trump tweeted something. Then all of them get on the phone, man, we got to do something, y'all. We got to do something, we got to do something. Trump, he might tax us or something, mess our money up. No, that's the only reason why. Because I'm telling you right now, they was not going to draft that boy at all. And like I say, I just wish he would have made them pay. And like I say, man, Lord have mercy. They need me, man. And it's a shame. It's a shame. I could have made him. If Shador would talk to me, Dion, talk to me, bro. I can help you. The stuff I know, come on, bro. You seen what happened. Don't be this, especially when you know your son, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful, man. That's disrespectful. They gonna draft quarterbacks of a lower caliber in front of Shador. Come on, man. You need to talk to me, Dion. What I would tell you, Dion, bruh. Don't even play for the NFL. Screw them. Make them pay for what they did to you. Go to the XFL. Let your son go play over there. Because a lot of you rich people, including you, Dion, there's things that you guys don't see. And that's the one thing, that's the price that comes with being rich. There's a lot goes on that you don't even know. There's a lot goes on that you don't see. Because you're too busy handling your money. There's always too much going on in your life when you're rich. Simple things. That's why you need somebody around you that's around you to really give you some advice. Not somebody around you just to suck up some money. See, that's one thing you got to learn, Dion. Not everybody hanging around you is for the good. But you take somebody who around you that really there to help you out, really there to give you some advice. That's the type of people you need. You need me around you. You know, fly me out there. I can work with you for 1 week and I can show you some stuff, Dion. But back to what I was saying, man, let your son go to the XFL. You see, if you let your son go to XFL, you see what I'm saying? They don't want, the NFL don't want him over there. Because you know why? He going to bring the money over there. You know why? He going to bring the crowd over there. You know what? NFL, they don't want that. Haven't you not noticed? Every time you get a superstar over there in the XFL, the NFL hurry up and grab him. We hurry up and grab him, bring him straight over here and put him on the bench. Now, ask yourself, if you wanted him that bad, why you bringing him over here and put him on the bench? What's his name? That quarterback Walker. Dang, I forgot his name. But that dude was balling over there in the XFL, drawing attention. NFL don't want people to see they got some superstars over there. They heard him grab him, brought him over here, put him on the bench. Okay, that quarterback Martinez with Birmingham Stallions, that boy was balling. NFL grabbed him, brought him over here, put him on the bench. Now ask yourself, why is you drafting these? Why are you going over here and getting these players over here that's shining and bring them over here and put them on the bench? If they good enough for you to go get them, why you putting them on the bench? No, only thing you doing is that you trying to make the XFL. You don't want nobody going over there because you want to suck up all the money. See, the NFL, you just want to suck up all the money. You don't want no eyes over there. Because, see, when a superstar get born over there, they hurry up and grab him because they don't want the eyes over there. Now, somebody like Shador, would you go over there? Man, you finna bring the crowds. The crowds finna come over there. The NFL will be begging you to come back. They'll be begging you to come play for them. They'll be begging you because they know you finna suck up some of their money. And next thing you know, you draw another superstar over there. Next thing you know, you get another superstar over there. You know, guess what? Now just think, if Travis Hunter went to the XFL and Shador would have went to the XFL, that league now finna start building. That league finna start building itself up now. NFL don't want that competition because they want all the money. They don't want that competition. We don't want people going over there. They will be begging at your doorstep on their knees for Shador to come to the NFL if he would have made the decision to go to the XFL. Do your research. Look at don't just take my word for stuff. Always challenge me. Dig it up and see. Just look at it. Look at the stands in the XFL. They barely even have 50 people there at the game. But just think, look at all the superstars that will start, the guys that were balling over there. NFL hurry up and grab them, and look where the NFL put them at on the bench. You're gonna go over there and get them, and take them from their starting position and bring them over here and put them on the bench. No, they don't want no eyes over there. They don't want that XFL league to grow. They want to keep them down. But these jokers Let the NFL come and get them from out over there when they doing good over there. Man, stay over there. Don't let that little money cause you to go over there and lose your career. Because like I say, help the league grow. You know, the more the league can grow, the more money you're gonna end up making. And this XFL, y'all start going to these NFL and stealing their players too. Y'all start offering them more money than what the NFL giving them. You can get them to lead NFL and come to you. If you give them the right price of money, you give them the right price of money, they'll lead NFL and come over there. And the more we can steal and get this league built up, it'll be all right. And see, like I say, the generation over there of owners over there, you see, they ain't slave masters. Those are today's white people that got that league started and the owners of over those. But the NFL owners, those racist bastards have been around for decades. They inherit their riches from the great racist great grandfather. Now I hope you follow me. Y'all follow me on that. XFL owners, they were created today out of today's white people. The NFL owners, those are bastards that inherited the riches from their slave master grandfather. And you had to keep the racism going on and on through the generation until it land up in the hand of today's NFL owners, which is the last of the slave masters. And that's like I say, you ask yourself, why is it that the NFL owners, why are they all so old? Why is it that they that old and they ain't turned the team over to the nephews or the grandsons or something? Because their grandsons ain't racist. Their grandsons are born in this century. I say white folks ain't really racist these days. The one that racist is them rich bastards that's old and got billions of dollars. Them the one that's racist, bro. I mean, you see how they did Odell Beckham. Wasn't even throwing the ball. All because he was on the sideline with the Giants, he was showing out. You get mad, you know. Oh, they blackballed him. Same way they did T.O. Oh, they can't stand a nigga out of control. They can't stand he had that nigga out of control. That bothered them. They lose sleep when they see a black person out of control. Reason why? Cause that ain't you you'd be tied up and whoop with a whip. You get out of control, you a slave. That's what they want to do to you. But since they can't do that to you, they're gonna find another way to get at you. They're gonna find another way to punish you. We gonna throw him the ball. We ain't gonna give him the ball. You know, we just gonna let him run routes and we ain't gonna throw him the ball, piss him off. Shoot, any receiver get mad if he on the field. Every play he just running routes and the ball ain't never coming to him. It's like, darn, what am I doing? Just exercising out here? But anyway, y'all catch my drift. I'm him, signing out.